Anyone with a correctly functioning brain knows that liberalism and progressivism is a medical, behavioral disorder easily diagnosed in the DSM-4 for psychiatry. It is also the root of all utopian fanaticism orgasmically dreamed by Marxists around the world. David Horowitz has somehow been cured. A former Marxist turned conservative is now railing against his past beliefs. My parents called themselves progressives, Horowitz explained with regard to his communist parents. The agenda was a Soviet America. The slogan of the Communist Party in those days was peace, jobs, democracy. Sound familiar? The problem is that the peace they refer to is gotten through war. The jobs they refer to are all government-controlled low-wage jobs. The democracy they refer to is the collective oppression of the masses. All one commune controlled by czars. In Horowitz's recent speeches he continued to say that the Communists had taken over the Democratic Party. The Communist Party is the Democratic Party. Horowitz, who began as a radical Marxist, said that the modern left had learned stealth infiltration from their failures in the 1960s. The left have learned from the 1960s. We in the 1960s didn't want to pretend to be Jeffersonian Democrats. That's why we failed in the 1960s. That's why they've succeeded now. But the right, Horowitz pointed out, has failed to acknowledge that reality. On Obamacare, for example, Horowitz railed against the language used by the left, single payer. Instead, he said, it is communism, pointing out that it was state ownership of the means of production. He added, the left hate the Constitution because Madison designed it to thwart them. Horowitz then analyzed what he claimed were the four features of the leftist mentality. First, he said, the left and right are on opposite sides of the fundamental divide of the modern age. The left believes that human beings are inherently good and infinitely malleable, and so can be shaped by proper state guidance, meaning that the left is following the model of Fabian socialism, which means to heat up, to reshape, and to mold the people into what they see as proper. Conservatives, by contrast, believe that human beings are responsible for social problems, and concentrating power in the hands of humans is dangerous. This is not entirely correct as Horowitz put it. Conservatives believe in personal responsibility. Conservatives believe you are the product of your own doing. In that context, human beings can choose to be a social problem or a force for social good. Conservatives believe, as history has repeatedly shown, that centrally concentrated governmental power always leads to tyranny. Second, Horowitz said, the left are characterized by the belief that history is a forward march, hence the catchphrase that fooled so many voters, forward, and yes we can. Obama, Horowitz claimed, is a deep believer in this concept, all the way down to his carpet in the Oval Office, which assures those who enter that the moral arc of the universe bends toward his beliefs. Leftism is a crypto-religion. Horowitz explained, they see themselves as a savior. People who believe that redemption will take place in this life and I will be a part of it. That's Hitler. That's Mao. That's the American left. They all see themselves as messianic figures. They like to play God over other people. Third, Horowitz said that the left was characterized by alienation from this country. What weakens America is actually good. Horowitz cited the Obama administration's eager withdrawal from Iraq as evidence of that proposition. Obama betrayed every American who gave their life for the people of Iraq. He also slammed the Obama administration with regard to Benghazi. Benghazi is the most shameful act in the history of the American presidency. Finally, said Horowitz, the American left lie, and it's not like politicians spinning. You cannot be a leftist without lying about the most basic strategic facts about who you are. Horowitz summed up pessimistically, we are within reach of a totalitarian state in this country. These are very, very dark days for this country, but Horowitz held out hope. There's been an earthquake on the conservative side since I've switched sides. The Tea Party is the earthquake. The best thing that Republicans can do is stop the fratricide. Anyone who votes for progressives in either party, mainly Democrats though, is unknowingly voting for the destruction of America, which is what the left has stealthily longed for over 100 years. How many other left-wing lib-tards will join Horowitz? Doubtful many will. The only thing harder than admitting you're wrong is self-diagnosing and self-curing your own messianic, delusionally utopianistic sociopathy. You've got to hand it to Horowitz. It takes a big person to admit their errors and come clean.